Yo, 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 what's the word? It's your boy Detroit Slik. You can like, subscribe to the page. I don't give a fuck. You watch it, you do, you don't, you don't. It is what it is. I'm just about to kick it off with an episode of Verbal Emotions. For y'all that don't know, I just take random stories in my life, I throw them up at random times. And, that's just what it is. Let's kick this shit off. Oh yeah, before y'all be all in the comments, you know, commenting on my hat, talking about he got on fake Gucci and so on and so forth. Nah, this ain't Gucci, man. It's Bruno Capilano, man. Let's get that shit straight first. But we gonna go ahead and kick this. So I got this dude, man. This dude. He used to engineer my music. I considered him somewhat a friend or some shit like that. So he winds up calling me and inviting me to his stepson's birthday party. I'm like, cool. You know, I ain't really had too much to do that day. I'm like, fuck it. My real intentions was trying to get into the studio. You know, I was trying to like lock him into this box to get him in the studio because he been trying to dodge and shit. But so I winds up sliding. I ain't picked no gift up. I picked up a couple $20 out the ATM, like $40, some shit like that. Slide over there. He outside. He's sitting in the car. You know, he eating like some like Buffalo Wild Wings, some shit like that, like slices of pizza and things. And he seemed upset. So I'm like, yo, what's going on or whatever? He said, this bitch, this stanky pussy bitch getting on my nerve. I'm like, who? You know, he was having a party at his sister-in-law's house. So I'm like, who? He said, he was referring to his wife. So I'm like, I ain't really trying to hear all that. You feel me? That ain't my business. You know, that's kind of out of my tax bracket. But, what's going on? And he said, the bitch accusing me of stealing money and so on and so forth or whatever. And I'm like, well, did you? You know? He's like, the fuck I look like? He started kind of like going off on me a little bit. So I'm like, all right, I'm going there and holler. I'm going to try to smooth this shit out. It's little homie birthday. Like, we don't need to be going through all this. You feel me? So I slide in there. She in the living room crying. The kids in the kitchen, they running around and shit. I noticed, like, it wasn't nothing. Like, it wasn't, like, balloons, cake, food, shit, just a bunch of kids running around the kitchen. So, me and my girl was going through, I guess you'd call it a separation at the time. And I saw us over there or whatever, and then I get to talking to her, and she's telling me, I'm talking to his wife. She gets to telling me that, he stole the money. He stole little homie's money out of his card and all this and all this. So I'm like, man, that's kind of fucked up, on his birthday, And she was telling me, she said, yeah, honestly, I don't think he liked my son. It's not his son, it's his stepson. I wouldn't expect him to love him the way that he would love his own son, but I got a feeling he don't like my son. And I'm like, God. She said, all I asked him to do, get the kids some pizza, anything, a cake, anything to make it a party. You feel me? Keep in mind, dude got this hell of a job and records all this music and shit. I'm throwing the years in quotations and shit. But so I go back to holler at him or whatever. I'm like, what's going on? Your girl said you took little homie money and all that shit. Nah. He want me to try to make logic of the situation, but I told him I don't know the details of what is going on in order to determine who's right and who's wrong or whatever. Which honestly I don't give a fuck. But I'm just that logical friend that people decide to talk to. So now we fast forward a little bit. The story comes out. It turns out he made some type of GoFundMe or some type of money getting fundraising situation, on social media and shit in order to like raise money for little homie's birthday. And he took the money and he told little homie, he said, well, I need gas money to get to work and I need this and I need that. So like he took little homie's money. He went and bought a hot and ready and 8 wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. Now keep in mind, he was in the car eating wings when I pulled up. So I slide a little homie a couple dollars, party over. I slide to the crib, but keep in mind he had a sister-in-law's house. I slide to the crib. I guess she understood, or like she felt the conversation that I was having or whatever, and like honestly I really don't know how it played out. But we wind up getting in contact. So he calls me later on that night and he wanna talk about the situation at hand. And I told him, I'm like, you wrong. Like, you wrong as fuck. You feel me? You took that little nigga money. You ate all this motherfucking chicken. You ate half the motherfucking $5 hot and ready that was provided for the party. And you expect people not to be upset with you. So, like, he gets to snapping on me. Talking about I'm choosing sides and I ain't real and all this and all that. And the thing about it is, I don't choose sides. I choose logic. So, whatever's logical to me, that's the angle that I'm going at. You feel me? And 8.5 times out of 10, I'm right as fuck. And when I ain't right, you know, the other 1.5%, I'm still right. I just ain't right yet. You feel me? But anyway, so we get into this whole like hour-and-a-half conversation about right and wrong. So this motherfucker started throwing God at me. I don't discuss religion. I don't discuss politics. So we're going to fast forward past that. Days go by or whatever. Like I said, me and my girl's going through a separation or whatever. And so I wound up talking to the other chick. Nothing major, nothing sexual, just like this conversation. And I guess he gets upset about that. I don't know. There's no animosity. There's no words. There's nothing. No type of energy in the air that would pick up on my radar as far as the events that was about to take place. So I winds up going over to the sister-in-law's house one day or whatever, and I'm fairly an honest person. I let my girl know, you know, the situation, not offhand, you know, but we got there. But before this situation occurred, she already knew all the details. She knew, you know, what was going on. So I goes over to his sister-in-law's house. He comes over there, he banging on the door. Boom, 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 boom. She didn't answer the door. It's not my house to answer the door. I don't give a fuck who at the door. I'm not even gonna ask who's at the door. You feel me? So he banging. Boom, 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 boom. Now, I guess he gets upset or whatever it is. I don't know if he has some type of fetish for her. He wanted to have sex with her. He liked her. He had a beef with her. He wanted to kill her. I don't know what it is. But he had an emotion for this chick. Then she told me he came over there. He put hands on her one day. And, you know, just all these different things that really had nothing to do with me. I'm just kind of dangling like in a paradox of the whole situation. So this cornball goes off. He uses his wife's social media to contact my girl. And he gets to trying to expose me, so to speak, to tell on me. He calls her and he tells her, you know, yeah, he's messing around with this chick and so on and so forth. And he's like planning on buying a house, like all type of like weird shit. Like he buying her high heel shoes and shit, like weird shit. Then he tells her, he say, would I be wrong if I came to pick you up and took you to where he's at? Because he got the car ducked off to the side trying to be slick. Now, she already understood the situation before he even called. I guess she just entertaining it to see if more information comes out that she doesn't know. I don't even know. So he said, I enjoy exposing niggas. I take pride in exposing niggas, like this whole fucking shit. And then he tells her, like, I bet you he won't run up on me because I'm a big nigga. I'm a big nigga. So all this weird shit. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what part of the game is that? Like, what, you want to fuck her or something? Like, what? Like, I'm not understanding. Like, how long you been holding this in? You know what I mean? I don't do nothing but come. I record you, ask me questions, I give you logical answers. I don't understand. So he tries to tell me I'm not real. After everything I've done for this dude, I'm not gonna get into detail about those things because it's not important to y'all. But he says I'm not real. I said, damn, you could do 1,000 good deeds for a nigga. But the moment motherfucker call and ask you for $20 and you tell him I ain't got it, you ain't real. So like real is only a matter of perspective. But back to the situation at hand, I can't respect that shit. That's cornball shit. You calling my old lady to snitch on me. I don't give a fuck if we was friends. I don't give a fuck if we was enemies, cousins, brothers. I don't give a fuck what we is. God code is God code. Code is code in general. That shit had nothing to do with you for you to try to expose me. Y'all gotta stop fucking with cornballs, man.